Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back there, Jen, Deltine, Ellie, like. Welcome to MediEvil Resurrection, and this for the PSP. And we're back, and we're going to deal with the Haunted Ruins, a place filled with lava. Thankfully, we have the Dragon Plate armor after getting it through a, like a boss that I know how to deal with, but it was very much annoying to deal with the first time I had to finish it. But you know what? We're gonna be able to deal with this boss fight at least. Well, this area is better.
You're a veritable star, though sadly I fear one destined to work in radio. I'd shake you by the hand were it not for the unfortunate
Radio killed the radio
Get your potato-shaped
star.
bottom in my boat, and let's hit the haunted ruins. Passage to the haunted ruins. If a person were determined to make their way to the haunted ruins, they could do a lot worse.
Okay. I like how Dan's just up top, like as if heroic. Thanks, Steph.
It's up to you now, Dan. The fourth and final piece of the Anubis stone lies among this crumbling fortress. The fate of all Gallowmere now rests upon your bony shoulders.
Yeah, thank you.
No pressure.
Hey, at least he's supportive, right? Anyway, yes, we have the Dragon Plate armor, and we're going to deal with Zarok. Well, actually, the fortress, and get the final Anubis piece. We'll deal with Zarok next time. But anyway, real quick, you may think, do you really need the dragon armor? Well, you don't need it for this part, because you can literally jump over it. Like, you can literally jump over those two parts, and you think to yourself, we don't really actually need the dragon armor and plate for now. And then this happens. Yeah, there's no way you could have made this jump if you had no dragon plate armor. So, I understand they kind of made it so it's required. So, at least there's that. So, yeah, basically that's really all I gotta say about it. The dragon plate armor is pretty good in terms of helping you cross fire and hazardous things, but that's about it, really. We humble farmers who have been captured by Zarok and used as human shield. I am not complaining. It's a job, I suppose, but our poor livestock are starving. Please, kind stranger, take pity. They are but innocents and ignorant of the ways of men. Let not our chickens starve. Humble farmer. Signed, the Harbor Farmer. So, yeah. Well, thanks, chickens. You literally didn't save any for this one chicken that didn't get to eat.
Thank you, greedy chickens. We are in! Ha! Now to find your old friend, King Peregrine.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's an issue. But, that was something that just happened. I was supposed to do it gradually, but the chickens just decided to do them themselves.
Help
so that's
us!
pretty funny.
Oh, help us!
Ooh, boy. This is going to be interesting. I hope I can do this correctly, because, oh boy, this is going to be not ugly. This is not good.
Before we're dropped on them there spikes.
Real quick, let me show you what happens. Okay, Zarok is using local farmers as human shield. They dangle precisely over sharp spikes in the courtyard below. More like they're using them as hostages. At first sign of trouble, the shadow demons will attempt to sacrifice the captives by dragging them onto the spikes. Move quickly, slay the demons on guard, and save the farmers from a nasty death. So, yeah. That's basically the issue at hand. Thankfully, though, there's a way to actually deal with these shadow demons. And I'm being serious on that front. Yep, that's how you deal with the shadow demons, at least for me. I know for a fact I've been able to deal with them at least a little bit simpler. At least easier than before. I was able to at least chickenify that one shadow demon quickly and then get to these guys. So I don't know what happened there, for me at least. Now go! Run, you idiots! Run for the hills! Well, at least the cutscene helped them. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go back and talk with them for a bit. Hold up. I think if you actually feed the chickens beforehand, they won't... If they don't feed them, you don't get anything. At least I think so. Though I think you're supposed to do this, I'm not sure.
Thank ye for rescuing us, kind sir. Forgive us, we have no pig to reward you. But we'd be right honoured if you'd accept these shiny gold-coloured stones as token of our thanks.
Yeah, it's fine. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Anyway. Let's see. Trying to think. Trying to make sure I have everything I need. Okay, so I have my battle axe ready. And now... Okay, that just passed through. That's kind of like what I meant beforehand when I said the axe doesn't really do as much as you think it would. Because it's like, it should hurt on the return swing. But for some reason on the Shadow Demons, it sometimes doesn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like, see, it worked there. And previously you saw the battle axe return to me beforehand. So what gives? Why didn't it work like the last few times? Well, because apparently sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I don't get it either, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, the old pump room. Yeah. Now, technically, I think if you don't save the farmers and you get them killed, I think it downgrades your chalice score, I think, maybe? I'm not 100% certain on that. All I do know is that if you don't save them, it's kind of like a guilty trip on you, at least. So at least there's that, I guess.
Welcome to my humble shop. Spend freely. There's no pockets in the shroud, tighty.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I want to double check. There we go. Double checking. Okay, good. Okay. The magic bow has less arrows, but it's pretty powerful. And I know I should demonstrate it against the Shadow Demons, but I'll do that in the next time. I just wanted to use the battle axe, honestly. For now, though, I'm just going to stick with the battle axe because, I didn't get to use it as much as I wanted to, I guess? I don't know. Careful. These things hurt. As if I had to tell you an artillery shot hurts. You can't get through here normally, but this is where you're supposed to go. I spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out, like, on my first playthrough, testing this game, figuring out where to go from here. And I kind of blame myself for thinking of, like, oh, maybe going a different way would be better. No, I'm supposed to look and see that there's a staircase here. To be perfectly fair on me, it kind of blends into the background, so I didn't really notice it there. At least I didn't think of it, like, completely. I'm kind of glad that this whole level doesn't do a whole farmer's hostage saving situational game thing, because that would have been annoying, honestly. There we go. There we go. Okay, there was a bit of a delay there. But you see, the arrows are very good against the Shadow Demons for some reason. I'm going to use the sword from now, at least to a degree. I'm not 100% certain whether or not that is the case all the time, or whether or not the arrows are perfect against them, but or if they're particularly strong against them, but whatever. In all honesty, I just like that you can actually kill these Shadow Demons in a relative ease with certain weapons, like the drumstick, and of course, my favorite, the magic bow. There we go. Now die, you stupid axe throwers. Huh, these guys can get very annoying, trust me. At least they're easy to deal with, to a degree. Anyway, I will mention, if I do get to Xerox Castle and deal with him, I'm going to, like, save, load, / do stuff and make sure to be able to deal with him in a timely manner. At least I hope I deal with him in a timely manner. Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure, like, I collect every little nook and cranny. Because I do like searching the small spaces and getting loot. I love loot. Okay, that was weird for a second. Controls really didn't work there. Okay, I think I know what it's trying to do. It's supposed to be a time thing where you're supposed to walk through as soon as, like, the fire goes out, and if you come back the other way and you're on fire, you can just walk into that pond to cool off. Well, that would be nice, but you already have, like, literally a suit of armor that protects you against fire. So I kind of don't understand the water pool completely. I mean, you have to have the dragon armor to get here, so it's like, that kind of doesn't make sense why that pool of water's there. At least not completely. I don't know, I could be wrong, I don't know. Anyway. Let's actually get to this. Let's see. Haunted Gallowmere, a walking tour. The ghost of Pedigree, last king of Gallowmere, has occasionally been seen wandering these very halls. The story goes that he mourns the passing of Gallomere's golden age, his long-departed friends, and most of all, his lost crown. It is said that if the crown were ever returned, then King Pedigree could at last find rest. I think that might be the case, but not completely. Okay, to explain, you need to go down here in order to get his crown. So, go down here. As you can see, there's a lot of fire and everything, really. Through the fire and flames, you carry on. Come on, show yourself, you ugly little. Smile, you son of a... Whoa, that was too close. I was gonna get this chalice as soon as I killed all the dragon demons to showcase it, but since I fell off and pressed the wrong button, I thought, might as well switch to dragon armor before I die. But yeah, that's how you really just, you know, get the actual piece of armor. By the chalice, by the way, you literally fight. You literally fall down to the lava pits below and search for it. It's kind of easy. It's at the top of the room, or, you know, the front of the room, so it's not bad. It's just kind of a bit weird thinking, oh, maybe I can fall down here. Because, like, to some degree, it feels like as if it'd be like, oh no, this whole place is like a death trap, or like, that's a bottomless pit, you can't jump down there. But at least to some degree, it isn't too bad, at least, right? Yeah, at least I don't think so. But like I said, the magic bow has the potential to knock out these things in one hit. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't do that. Like, I think it's because of these things guarding that for some reason block all damage, but at least it's able to literally kill them in like 2 hits. Unlike other weapons which can do it in like 3, or at least 2.5, somewhat. Oh, look at this room. Look at this room where you actually have to time your running around and trying to get this crown. This seems so complex. It seems like so hard to do. I wonder what you're supposed to do. I wonder how you're supposed to get through this. You're supposed to walk slowly through this path? Huh, that seems very intuitive. It really does. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm, like, you know, making fun of the, the directors for this, but you know what they should have done? They should have just filled this entire room with those fire things that are going off non-stop, that are just, like, overall. To really make you use the fire dragon armor, because it's like, you could make it a challenge by, you know, walking through this, but at the same time, you have the dragon armor. You need it at this point. Why not go all out and have, like, the platforms, or that particular room completely on fire and lava? It would make sense, honestly. Well, except for the crown, like, it'd be, like, you know, you'd question, like, why isn't it melting? It's literally on lava. But still, it should have been, like, a room full of fire or something. But I understand, like, that's not what they were going for. So, understandably, it's different because, well, it's trying not to be that way. So, at least there's that. Trying to see if there was a point to that, but no. Like, seriously. I will say, like, I will give them credit for this, is that you can't use the dragon plate armor completely in this area because of the shadow demons at first. Because, yeah, you gotta not avoid them. You have to use weapons and avoid these fire things while you're using your melee weapons or whatever you're using. So it's like, it's more strategic in that way. It's like, you can't use the dragon plate armor all the time, so you're gonna have to use ranged weapons against them. So it makes you take it off. Which kind of leads me to just wanting a ability slash quick select that allows me to select my previous equipment. Because I'm kind of tired of just going into the menu and getting what I need. It can get a bit boring slash just a little bit dull. And a little bit annoying, honestly. But whatever. Whatever works, I guess. Okay, now let's summon the king. Long live the king. Literally, into the afterlife, at least. Oh, jeez. I like how Dan's a little bit nervous. Maybe he's a little bit scared to see how this king might respond.
Noblest of my courtiers, bravest of my captains, clumsiest of my croquet team. Oh, that we should meet at such a dark hour, with the fate of this realm lying once again in your hands. Good Lord Fortescue, what happened to your jaw? Bad luck, old man. Dashed awkward for the meat course, what? Can I get you a soup or something?
Your Anubis stone?
Of course, my Anubis stone is yours, old man. Can't think of a better chap to look after it. However, slightly more pressing concern is that the shadow demon army hides beneath us, within this very mountain. As we speak, they prepare to invade good old Gallowmere. If we're to thwart that arch-cad Zarek, we must
again,
bring down the
Cadericus is an
castle on
okay
top of
dude.
them.
Pretty good dude.
Simple solution, of course. Someone must unleash the lava behind the castle floodgates. Burn the blighters where they stand, or even where they sit. Probably hurt more.
Isn't that slightly dangerous?
I knew you'd volunteer. What a man. The secret passage behind the throne will give you access to the gate's control lever. You just have to pull it.
Right.
Of course, it's a highly dangerous mission, even for a dead man. I dare say that when that fiend sees what you've done, he'll make sure you spend eternity in the most unspeakable torment. But then I know these things mean nothing to a man of your courage, eh, Fortescue? Splendid. Good luck, old bean. Break a leg.
Thanks. Well, at least that guy's at rest, I think. Well, it did say, like, oh, the guy would be at peace as soon as he gets his crown, so at least there's that. Anyway. So, yeah. Basically, just like in the original, we have to deal with the whole pulling the lever and escaping the castle before it crumbles sort of thing. I think the original, there was a different reason for it, but this is okay. This lever operates the floodgates, sealing the lava chamber that lies below. Unless you have express permission from the king, do not pull the lever. Do not touch the lever. Do not look at the lever. Don't even think about the lever. Don't even think about not thinking about the lever. Anyway. Penalty for improper use. As a failsafe, 2 golem guardians are under orders to attack anyone initiating the castle self-destruct. I will say I question why they would think that's a self-destruct, but you know, to be fair, you are releasing lava, so I guess this is a self-destruct measure.
By the socks of my fathers, the castle's coming down!
I know.
Kill these guardians so we can blow this joint. Hurry, Dad! We don't have long!
So yeah, basically you have to push these guys into the sides, kind of like the big guards beforehand, in order to actually, you know, deal with them. I'm not sure why. It's just something you have to do. I really wish there was an easier weapon to use to push them, I think. I think there is technically, I think one of the hammers or the clubs are better used for it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yes, I had to push them over because, you know, the gate there was blocked or unable to open because of that. So there's that issue. Thank you. Anyway, I had to open this and turn that valve on because guess what? It drains this pool, which, you know, had acid, lava, oil. I'm not sure what it was that was in that pool, but it was something that was not good, that I couldn't swim through or use my dragon armor with. So I was gonna die regardless if I didn't drain it. So this is better for me, at least. Okay, thank you. I will say, when I got to this point, I forgot about the chalice and wondered where it was, and figured out where it was, and then was like, oh god, I have to restart this whole level over again. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. Doesn't look like you go really far. It looks like you just vaulted over the castle.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. I went to the Hall of Zeros once. It's quite dull, but at least they don't all make chicken noises when your back's turned.
Why is that so funny? It feels like as if you're saying they're calling you chicken. Do they mean me? Because that's kind of mean. But hey, a zero can become a hero. You just gotta change the N to an H. No, the Z to an H. Sorry, I was thinking like if you rotate the Z, it makes it into an N. But you know that's not hero, unless you break the N and make it even. So that's a different story entirely. But anyway, let's get to this lady. Remember when Wengen Stormbringer? Yeah. Well, if you read her story at all, she's a woman that was protected her baby, at least in the original game, and she was so good that the gods gave her, or at least they were so impressed by her that they gave her lightning to use. So now you get that. And oh boy, is this going to be fun. She's like a really big hero around here apparently, so that's cool.
Oh, Daniel, there you are, my lovely. I was so worried when you left. Come over here where I can look at you.
I'm okay.
Okay. You look weaker than a kitten. A kitten that's been chewed up by a Welsh collie. I know you have the heart of a hero, Daniel. Don't listen to anyone else.
I like that.
The laughing hordes and the thousands who mock you, who call you target face.
Yeah, that's something he didn't need to
I
know.
do, Daniel. And I'm going to help you prove them wrong. Being an indomitable Celtic superwoman, I, of course, have an array of magic lightning bolts at my disposal. Here, I'll let you use them too. Be careful with them though. They cause terrible scorch marks on natural fibers.
Thank you, Megwin. But seriously, I do like her because she actually treats Dan with respect. And it's kind of rare to see Dan actually happy about that, so I kind of like that. So anyway, let's see. Magic lightning. That's a ranged weapon, of course. And basically, it's just kind of a simple thunderbolt. But the charged weapon can only actually activate whenever you're actually locked onto something. And I mean that literally. You can't activate the charge attack unless you're attacking an enemy. Which is cool and all, so at least it doesn't waste it. But yeah, the magical lightning actually has a limit to it, kind of like the club. Though thankfully you can replenish this better than the club. And by that I mean you can purchase energy from the goblin, the red goblins. I really wish you could just, you know, be able to use this anytime you want. It's like as soon as it reaches 0, it recharges itself. I really wish it could do that, but I understand like you need a limit on this thing because it's a pretty powerful weapon. Not sure if it's the most powerful weapon ever, but it certainly is pretty cool. But anyway, that's it for this video of you know, literally medieval. We'll be seeing where Dan heads off to after he got launched out of the catapult. So I'll see you until then. So take care, my butts.
Oi,
Sayonara.
move it, lazy bones. We've got a realm to save.